Augustus Muli. I am the party leader of National Liberal Party, and I am the one who was elected to represent the minority coalition in the Political Parties Liaison Committee to select commissioners for the IEBC. As my colleague here has said, the process has been done properly, in a transparent manner. Everything went well until the party leader of Wiper Party decided that he wanted his own candidate. And the name of the person who had been legally elected was changed overnight. And it's because of that that we've gone to court. And I'm happy that the churches are coming out and calling on us, calling on the country, giving an ultimatum that this matter must be solved within 2 weeks. And I'm saying this matter, as my colleague is saying, this has got nothing to do with government. This matter is strictly in Azimio. This is an Azimio matter. And I can confirm that Azimio has tried to sit down, but because some people are so focused on influencing the next IEBC, we are not heading anywhere. And that's why the churches now must come in. I'm happy that they've come in. They must come in and take charge. I know that I was elected by a majority of Wipers in Azimio to represent them. But I want to state today categorically that I am even willing to step down so long as we know that the person who sits in that selection panel is somebody who will serve this country, not somebody who's going to serve some individuals. And this is what I've seen. And that's why I have stuck my guns. This is why I've gone to the highest, to the Court of Appeal. And that's why I'm willing to go even to the Supreme Court to make sure that the person who sits in that selection panel is somebody who will serve this country. I went there and I was voted by a majority because they believe that I am a person of integrity. I am a person who wants to serve this country. But other people have expressed their interest. They want me to step down because they want to put their own people. Somebody who wants to be a presidential candidate, Honorable Kalonzo wants to be a candidate, presidential candidate, and yet he wants to choose his own referees. He wants to choose his own commissioners. And this is where the whole fight is. Let nobody lie to anyone. The person who's been shouting the loudest, calling for the IEBC, is the same person who's stopping the IEBC. The election conducted under the Political Parties Liaison Committee has never been contested. Nobody has gone to say it was not fair. Everything was done properly. But somebody wants, because he thinks he owns this, he owns Ukambani, or he's a kingpin, he thinks he can just dictate. This is what we stand for. We are saying we are not going to accept impunity. I am very happy that the church is coming in, and I, as an individual, as one of the two parties involved, I'm willing to sit down with the churches. I'm willing to listen to the churches. I'm willing to accept the decision of the churches, even as we wait for the High Court appeal. The fight is not, this matter is not about the government. This matter is strictly about Wiper leader wanting to have his own commissioners, wanting to have people who are only loyal to him at the selection panel. And I have said no. I've been selected by a majority by 16 out of 7 parties. I am going to represent them to the end. The only verdict I can accept is that of the courts, or if the churches, if they're giving an ultimatum, if they call us, we talk and we choose people who we really think are going to serve this country. Thank you. Yeah. So, say something.
Good afternoon. We are here today is because yesterday the church, the NCCK, gave the government 2 weeks within which the process of reconstituting the IEBC should start. Now, we are a little bit concerned and very much concerned that the church is not addressing this message to the right people. The stalemate in the reconstitution of the IEBC has nothing to do with government action. It has everything to do with quarters far from governance. I'm going to give you a laydown of the process that has brought us where we are today. Now, the IEBC, for those, is constituted by a selection panel that is appointed. These are the employers of the commissioners. These are the ones who go and vet the commissioners.
Tumetika to start small and go big.
Welcome to Betika, the home of champions.
Okay, as we continue to play this video, like I say, Chief Negus, I feel your pain. Like I said, this channel has been attacked for the past, I'd say 4 weeks ago, when we noticed about comments, I've been hacked. And when I go live, sometimes when I'm reporting on something that's going on, this is what's happening. The delay that you see, this is exactly what happens. So we are still working on it. Bear with me. Bear with me.
Constituted by a selection panel that is appointed. These are the employers of the commissioners. These are the ones who go and vet the commissioners and send the names to the president for appointment before the names go to parliament. During the NADCO dialogue, a bill was originated from there that led to the formation of a selection panel. Parliamentary Service Commission was given 2 slots. LSK was given 2 slots. Interreligious Council was given 2 slots. ISPAC was given 1 slot. And PPLC, which is an umbrella body of all political parties, was given 3 slots. Those slots within PPLC, one was to go to non-parliamentary parties. These are the parties that do not have members of parliament and do not qualify to be parliamentary parties. The second slot was to go to the minority coalition in government. And the minority coalition in government is Azimio. They were to elect 1 person from among themselves. The third slot was to go to the majority coalition that forms government, which is Kenya Kwanza, as you know it. And this is how the process within PPLC happened. Every political party, every coalition was going to go into a caucus and elect their representative to the selection panel. The IEBC was going to preside over those elections. What I'm saying is that the parties that belong to the parliamentary, to the majority in parliament, were going to apply for positions in the selection panel and present candidates for election. In the non-parliamentary parties, we had 3 candidates: Evans Misati, Lillian Gore, and Mugambi, Amos Mugambi from Nopeu. In the Kenya Kwanza coalition, that is the majority coalition, we had 2 aspirants. That is Benedict Washira from SDP and Nicodemus Bore from UDA. In the minority coalition, which is called Azimio, there were two contestants. We had Augustus Muli and we had Koki Muli. Two Mulis from Mukambani, but from different political parties. Koki Muli is from Wiper Democratic Party. Augustus Muli is from NLP. Now, PPLC in the month of August, it was August, July, went to Chaka Hotel in Machakos, where those elections were done. In the non-parliamentary cluster, Evans Misati won. In the minority coalition, which is Azimio, 17 political parties out of 23 voted for Augustus Muli, and he won. So he was going to represent Azimio in the selection panel. In the majority coalition, which is Kenya Kwanza, Nicodemus Bori won. So we came out with 3 panelists. Before even the ink could dry on the nomination certificates, Wiper Democratic Party rejected the outcome of the elections. It is important to note that Honorable Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka signed the nomination papers for Ambassador Koki Muli, who was contesting under the Azimio cluster. They rejected the win of Augustus Muli and proceeded to try and attempt to block his name from being forwarded to the president for appointment. This resulted in a lot of power play, intrigues, underhand dealings, which ended up in court at the PPDT. Augustus Muli won the case in court at the PPDT. He was declared the valid winner. The same group that was opposing him proceeded to the High Court, where a very strange judgment was issued declaring that Augustus Muli did not qualify even to participate in the elections, yet, because his party was not a parliamentary party. Since then, Augustus Muli has gone to the Court of Appeal, and we believe that justice will be served. Now, where does the government come in this quagmire? Where does the president, whom I'm reading on social media, people saying that, Ruto has refused for the constitution, where does His Excellency President William Ruto come in the stalemate that is happening within the constitution of the IEBC? Nowhere. So my plea, my humble plea to the church, our humble plea is this: please direct that question to Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka and Augustus Muli. Call them and sit them down. And you are prayerful men, and you can tell the truth. You will tell who is trying to steal from another. It is very dangerous for this country not to have an IEBC 2 years to elections. Kenyans think that elections are only printing ballot papers, delivering ballot boxes, and casting votes. No. Elections are a complex cycle. Technology development, reviews, and a lot of other things which happen before we go to the ballot box. We even have boundary delimitations. We have people now who have not been represented in county assemblies and the national assemblies for over 2 years because we don't have a commission. I urge the church to speak to His Excellency Kalonzo Musyoka, who instigated this quagmire, and I am surprised that he purports to be one of the beneficiaries, future beneficiaries of a free and fair elections. How can you be a beneficiary of a free and fair election if you seek to influence the nomination of a selection panel? People are not as clean as we think they are. And it is high time those who are purporting to align themselves with the agencies of this country to realize that we might have a problematic elections because of some characters they are going to bed with. Thank you. Thank you.
My name is Rose Muller, party leader of Empowerment Liberation Party. I come from Machakos County. As you can see, the Lower Eastern region is well represented because to the right, Honorable Wambua is from Makueni, he has a party. Honorable Dr. Muli is from Kitui, he is a party leader. And we are here as politicians and the party leaders and the representatives of the people we lead. Now, mine is to say that the Bible tells us, you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. Today, Kenyans have heard the truth, they have known it, and this is what is happening. We know very well IEBC office is in place, but it lacks what? Commissioners. We have heard commissioners are not in office because of the reason we have said. Why I am here today to support and stand with Dr. Muli, and is because other political party leaders, and we are more than 8 or 9, they are blaming us, lower region people, that we are the ones who are bringing a standstill to the selection of the panel of political parties. But today we decided to come and say as it is, speak the truth, and say the cause of the delay. And as you have heard from 3 of us, and a witness of 3, it is correct. The President of Kenya, Dr. Samoei Ruto, is not a problem. The government of Kenya is not a problem. The problem you have heard, it is what is happening with the person who is coming from the lower region, from our area, from our region. And we feel very ashamed to hold the country hostage. If we can hold this country hostage when we are not even presidents of the country, what if one day we become president of the country? How much more can we do? How much damage can we do to this country? How much hostage can we hold the projects, the plans of this country? And I stand and I tend to agree with the president when he says there are some people who have got spirits which are just condemning or talking negative against the plans and the projects of the government. This is one of the spirits of condemning and delaying and holding hostage the plan of institution of IEBC. So I want to tell the church, as my brother has said, that we are ready to negotiate. We are ready to listen. We are ready, even if the president will call us, we'll go and tell him the truth. He has heard it, and he has got advisors who are listening. We cannot go on always blaming the president, the government, because of our mistakes and our failures. We have to be part and parcel in constituting this IEBC office because we need it. We all know that there are some constitutions, there are counties, there are areas where there is no MCA, there is no MP, and we know the danger. The people in those areas are not being represented, so they have come to stand still. The projects, there is nobody who can speak for them. And what else can we do? We need now to move with speed. And within 2 weeks, we expect whoever is behind all this to come and even apologize to the Kenyans, because Kenyans need apology. And the time has come for Kenyans to speak the truth. We know very well, we had the other day, Gen Z. These young people, and some are not young, they know no tribe. And I feel so ashamed to be here because we are here like Canvas, trying to fight a battle caused by a tribesman. It is a shame. Gen Z, they don't know tribe. They don't know they are Kenyans, and we do not condone tribalism. So we are not here just like Canvas we want to say that we are with the Kenyans and we stand with them, and we know the importance of constituting this IEBC as soon as possible. Thank you very much. God bless.
Thank you. You guys?
Okay. So, according to these folks who are this press conference, they are basically putting blame squarely on Kalonzo Musyoka for not agreeing upon the nominee that was nominated by the Azimio coalition. Now, Mabry also told me in the comment section that is familiar with this story, and they say the president also has a hand in all this. Now, I want to show you guys something that is very, very, very important. Listen carefully. We want to look at the law. We want to look at the law. I'll tell you the mischief surrounding this whole IEBC thing and the reason why they are delaying it. Listen carefully. In the first session, I was informed by Mabry and Shi Mariam that the parliament or the legislative body are in recess till what? January, right? You need delay. Okay, that's delay number one. They are pushing down the can. They're kicking down the can. They're delaying. It's a delaying game. Now, here's what I want us to know. There's a law that I want us to read that they're trying to let this time lapse, delay until this time lapse. Then after it lapse, they'll be secure. They will not be recalled, because the number one fear for these parliamentarians, the number one fear for these legislators, number one fear of this representatives, so-called representatives, is that they're scared that wananchi, if they are to reconstitute the IEBC today, by tomorrow evening, wananchi shall petition, have signatures presented to the IEBC, and recall 95% of these politicians. So this is why they're delaying. There's this delay game. Follow me very closely. I want to show you something. Let's go to Election Act. That's where the mischief is, okay? This is a law that they put in place, I think, back in 2011. And I want us to read it so we can see where the mischief is, because this is where it is. And I'll explain to you very quickly. It's very simple. It's not something, it's not rocket science. I'll just tell you here very quickly why these people are doing what they're doing. Okay, here it is. Let's go. I hope you can see on your screen there, okay? This is the Election Act. For you guys who want to follow, please follow with me. I will show you the beginning of it, just so you can see it. A simple Google will help you. This is the Election Act. This is a law that they passed in 2011, okay? Are you guys seeing? Thank you. I see. So this is a law that they passed in 2011, Election Act. And there's some clause, there's a section there that is a loophole that they're trying to delay until that time comes. Then they'll reconstitute this IEBC, okay? Now, go to Election Act, section 45, because that's where it addresses the recall of MPs, members of parliament. Let's go to it. Let me try to make this thing. Can I make it bigger? Let me see if I can make it bigger. Well, it's big enough. Let's see here. Okay. Here it is. Let me go to section 45. I hope you guys can see on your screen. Let me use this so you can read it better. So I have enlarged kidogo. All right. Let me go to section 45, because that's what deals with the recall section, okay? Recall of MPs. Now, listen carefully, because this is the trick. Tunaenda utende chini kidogo. Sorry, give me a few minutes so I can get there. We are there. Tuko karibu. And we are going to read all this very quickly. It's very short. Aya, ndio hiyo, unaona? Electoral Act. Okay, please, ladies and gentlemen, take a minute and like this video. Like this video and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Look at the Election Act. This is the part of the law that they waliweka hii law clause hapa hivi, so it makes it harder for the wananchi to remove them. Read it with me very carefully. Okay, I'll read it very quickly so we can follow along. Mko sawa? Aya, nimeiweka kubwa tena. I just expanded it so you can see it better, okay? All right. Section 45, for those of you where it says part 4, recall of member of parliament. Let's go. Actually, there's a bunch of jargon. Let's go down because I don't want to read the past. Okay, let me just read the whole thing just to help you. Okay, Section 45, subsection 1 says, the electorate in a county or constituency may recall their member of parliament before the end of the term of the relevant House of Parliament on any of the grounds specified in subsection 2, which we are about to see. Subsection 2 says, a member of parliament may be recalled where the member A is found after due process of the law to have violated the provisions of chapter 6 of the Constitution. Okay, so somebody like Didmas Baraza can be recalled because, you know, he shot somebody, you know, that's a chapter 6 issue. Chapter 6, for those of you who might not know, deals with integrity, okay? So kifanya kitu kama, you know, you have a criminal charge going on, a criminal case going on, you know, that's enough for you to like be, you know, mambo yako itangaliwa. B, let's go very quickly so I can get to where I want to go to. B is found after due process of the law to have mismanaged public resources. So kama MP alikula pesa, you know, they can be recalled. C is convicted of an offense under this act. So, for example, if I'll use Babu Owino, for example, if Babu Owino was found guilty of attempted murder for shooting DJ Evolve, you know, that's enough for him to be recalled, okay? Now, let's go to subsection 3. A recall of a member of parliament under subsection 1 shall only be initiated upon a judgment or finding by the High Court confirming the grounds specified in subsection 2. So, all of that has been said, this has to be occur, okay? So the person has to be found to be convicted, is found guilty, failed chapter 6, and found after the due process he has mismanaged public resources, okay? Now, here's where it gets interesting. Let's go to subsection 4. A recall under subsection 1 shall only be initiated 24 months. Listen to me very carefully, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. Very carefully. Really, very carefully. This is where it is. And I will tell you how it relates to all this dilly-dallying around reconstitution of the IEBC. Very carefully, to scare. I will be very slow. In section 45 of the Election Act, go to subsection 4, read it. This is where the mischief is. A recall under subsection 1 shall only be initiated. Remember, we read the subsection 1. It can only be initiated 4 months after, sorry, let me just read again. 24 months, not 4, but 24 months after the election of the member of parliament and not later than 12 months immediately preceding the next election. I will read it again, then I will break it down. In order for a member of parliament to be recalled, we have to basically wait after, okay? It can only be initiated. A recall under subsection 1 shall only be initiated 24 months, which is 2 years after the election. So 2 years after August 9th ni nini? 2022 August 9th. So 2023 August 9th ilikuwa 1 year. 2 years is August 2023. Okay, so we are in that window, okay, where we can recall these members of parliament, because it says 12 months after they've been elected. They were elected in 2022 August. That's when we had elections, okay? So we could not recall them until August 9th, 2023. Okay? The year. So between August 2023, then the law says, listen to me carefully, okay? 24 months after the election of the member of parliament and not later than 12 months immediately preceding the election, the next general election. So 12 months before the next election, which is a year before 2027, is what? August 2026. Right? August, thank you. Yes, Chief Negus. So they want the window period to elapse. Absolutely. Absolutely. So we had the opportunity between August 9th, 2023 up to August 9th, 2026. Ruto told us the IEBC shall be sijui nini in June mpaka saizi bado. Now, what is the time period between now until 2026? We basically have what? Roughly 1 year and some change. 1 year, 7 months or so. Okay? Between now and August is what? We are in December. Let's just say January. Okay, they're in recess right now. So January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. Yeah. So we have 1 year and what? 8 months in order to recall the window that we can recall these members of parliament. But again, even within this 1 year, we don't even have an IEBC in order for us to put our petition and signatures in. We don't have an IEBC. They're still arguing, sijui ni Kalonzo, sijui ni nani, I don't know what. So think about it. They're in recess right now, mpaka January. Okay? That's why Lenola Luambia, you are very quick to remove Gachagua, but when it comes to matters that actually are more important, like reconstituting the IEBC, because there are some people who don't have representative. That's unconstitutional. Kuna watu wana represented. Nobody's representing anybody in some section. We needed to have the delimitation of boundaries or something like that. That hasn't been done because we don't have an IEBC. You understand? So listen to me, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, friends, enemies and comrades, without mincing a lot of words, using a lot of English. What I'm simply saying is this. As per this law, the IEBC, the Election Act, section 45, subsection 4, Kenyans have only 1 year and 8 months in order to reconstitute the IEBC, and if they want to remove these parliamentarians or recall them, they have to do so within that year. And that also takes a process because you have to gather signatures, then we peleke IEBC, they verify the signatures, then remove that MP. And then, guess what? We have to look if we can replace that MP with somebody else, have a by-election, which is another process. And you only have 1 year and 8 months to actually execute this. What do you think they're going to do? They are going to play games. That's why you hear these gentlemen and ladies who are there telling us that, oh, Kalonzo, whatever. And Kalonzo will be the first one in a press conference say the IEBC needs to be reconstituted. The IEBC needs to be reconstituted. But he is in on it. They're not stupid. They're just playing games. You understand what I'm saying? So that's you see how hard they've made it. And not only, just to finish up before I read the Chief Niggas comment, let me just show you the other parts of this law. Okay? So subsection 4 of section 5 of the Election Act says a recall under subsection 1 only be initiated 24 months after the elections of the MP of Parliament, say a member of Parliament, and not later than 12 months immediately preceding the next election. 5, a recall petition shall not be filed against a member of Parliament more than once during the term of that member of Parliament. 6, a person who unsuccessfully contested an election under this act shall not be eligible, directly or indirectly, to initiate a petition under the section. Subsection, section 46. Let's read it very quickly. It's very brief. Then we can just talk about something else. Okay, it's kind of lengthy. Okay, let me just read it very quickly so we can see anything that's interested in there. So I can wrap up and we can break down this one very quickly. Section 46 of the Election Act. A recall under section 45 shall be initiated by a petition, which shall be filed with the commission, which we don't have, and which shall be in writing, signed by petitioner who is a voter in the constituency or county in respect of which the recall is sought and was registered to vote in election in respect of which the recall is sought, accompanied by an order of the High Court issued in terms of section 45(3). The petition referred to in subsection 1 shall A, specify the grounds for the recall as specified under section 45(2), contain a list of such number of names of voters in the constituency or county which shall represent at least 30% of the registered voters, and C, be accompanied by the fee prescribed for an election petition. 3, the list of names referred to in subsection 2B shall contain the names, address, voter card number, do you hear me? National identity card or passport number, and signature of the voters supporting the petition, and shall contain names of at least 15% of the voters in more than half of the wards in the county or the constituency as appropriate. 4, the voters supporting a petition under subsection 3 shall represent the diversity of the people in the county or the constituency as the case may be. So you have to have women and all that stuff. You understand what I'm saying? So you see the ukora that is going on here. Karibu sana, I see you Njiru. Karibu sana. You did a very good job. Haya, wacha tuingize Njiru hapa. Anataka kuninio. You know, I have a young one ambayo ataamka saizi, so I might not stay that long, but at least Njiru unajua ni mheshimiwa mpaka ingizwe immediately. No offense to other guys. So that is what I'm saying. So basically, in a nutshell, what I'm trying to say is this. These parliamentarians are very, very tricky. They are working together with Ruto and they want to delay this after 8 months and a year, ambao sasa hiyo time imesha elapse or imepita, sasa ndio taeka IEBC. Wakijua you cannot legally petition them to be removed from power. Unaona hiyo ukora? But sasa tunacheza mchezo wa town. Tunacheza mchezo wa town. Mara utaona they'll come back to parliament, alafu kitu itafanyika, alafu you'll see the anaitwa nani? Wetangula will also come up. Tutaenda recess tena for another 6 months or something like that to kick down the ninio. Yeah? You see what I'm saying? So hii ni mchezo wanacheza. Hii ni mchezo kabisa. This is a game that they are playing. So we have to be vigilant. So Chief Niggas anasema, I see they are distracting us with shenanigans until the window period closes. In the meantime, they continue looting and stuffing their accounts for when they finally go home. Yes. Hawataki kuondoka because they know that law is there. And that's why some people are arguing that this law should be removed We can't have a law that makes it hard for the members of parliament. We should be able to recall these members of parliament even 2 minutes after they've been declared winners. Ladies and gentlemen, Njiru Mwaura has a YouTube channel similar to this one. So if you haven't subscribed to Njiru Mwaura's YouTube page, please go there, subscribe, share, comment. He has a wonderful channel. He's doing a good job. Anafanya activism yenyewe. I went to his channel today for the first time. I didn't have the nafasi kuingia kwa sababu najua naangalia mtu hapa kijana. So but next time when I'm free, I will go up there and I will participate in his channel. Very good channel. Please endeni kwa YouTube channel inaitwa Njiru Mwaura. As the name is highlighted there, he's the one who is mnamwona hapo. So tafadhalini msikose nafasi ya kwenda hapo, msubscribe, mshare, mulike na pitisheni maneno, muka check out this channel and you know, spread the word. Okay? So yes, like I said, hii ni mchezo wa town. This is mchezo wa town anatuchezea. Ndio maana unaona hizi mambo hizi mashinani guys. So you see Kalonzo amesimamisha vitu because he's not happy about the nomination on the Azimio side, saying I'm not happy about this, and that stalls the whole process. Wetangula is doing his part by doing what? Anapatia members of parliament mpaka what? Until January. Ndio watu warudi ofisini. Watu wakirudi ofisini watafanya kazi within the ninio. And listen, by the way, kitu ikienda hata kwa parliament, there are people who might even not agree on those nomination, and they might vote not to the nomination ikuwa ninio, and it will make this whole process a protracted one. Watazidi kuifanya iendelee hivyo mpaka hiyo time ifike. One wonders even Omtata hasn't brought this to our attention. Like I said on Njiru's videos, none of them have any real intention of change things. They're just waiting for. Exactly. I wonder why no one is bringing this up. That's why I was disappointed with Omtata. Omtata should have made the reconstitution of IEBC the #1 thing before he even announces becoming a presidential candidate. Because by doing so, wananchi wangeanza kutoa hawa MPs. As soon as we have this new MP, this IEBC reconstituted, we'll start putting in petition after petition. Ladies and gentlemen, my thing has been hacked. my laptop has been hacked, so it may talk an Ninio. But hey, listen, I'll have to you know what I mean. I've been hacked, so I have to stop here because I would have shown you the screen. How many hack computer I can see it right here. So they've stopped my stuff. Articles, I see you in the comment section. Jegan Jongu, I see you in the Anna Kona. Please subscribe, share, like, comment. I've been hacked, ladies and gentlemen. I'm using my other device to come in live. That's why my stuff is frozen. That's why you see mine in your ears. So I have to stop here. I'm sorry. I have to fix the problem. Like I say, don't worry about that. The people who are behind this, we are gathering more information about them before we go for them legally. But anyway, I'll stop here, ladies and gentlemen. I'll come for another session tomorrow in the morning. Well, in the afternoon or evening, Kenyan time. So please bear with me. I'm sorry I have to stop here because my stuff has been hacked officially. So thank you very much, Njiru, for stopping by. Please subscribe to his channel. Like the videos, subscribe, and put your notification on because I'll be on tomorrow. So every time I come in, you'll always find me here, okay? Atticus, I see you, Chief Niggas. I see you guys. I'm sorry again, nimekwa hacked officially. So I'll see you guys later. Let me take care of this. Peace and blessing, guys. I'm sorry.